Do you feel like no matter how much sleep you get, you're still dragging through your day, like your battery's permanently stuck on low and caffeine barely makes a dent? Maybe you're lying awake at 3 a.m., watching the ceiling fan spin, knowing tomorrow's going to hit you like a freight train. If this sounds like you, trust me, you're not alone. Fatigue during menopause is real. It's common, and today we're going to talk about why it happens and what you can actually do about it. I want to welcome you to MenoSpark, the podcast that helps Gen X women reignite their spark through menopause and beyond. I'm your host, Allie. I'm a board certified sexologist, menopause care provider, and your go to guide for navigating the wild, weird, and wonderful ride that is midlife. If you're new here, welcome. Be sure to hit that follow button so that you never miss an episode. And if you're returning, you know I love you. Thank you for being a part of this amazing community. Also, if you're feeling stuck and want personalized support to get your energy, libido, and overall wellness back on the track, head over to Menopause Wellness and check out my 20-minute integrative wellness consult. It's like a menopause reset button. Who doesn't need one of those? Lord knows I think I could use one of those every single day. I am still looking for guests for Spark sessions. These Spark sessions, I'm either talking to a professional who helps midlife women, or I am talking to somebody female during midlife. And, how's it going for you menopausal wise? How's that journey going for you thus far? You'll see a link below in the show's notes for if you're a professional or if you're going through it. And if you're both, I definitely would like to speak to you as well. You can choose either one of those links. Now, before we jump in today's episode, I like to start story time with Allie. So I'm in the middle, well, I was in the middle of writing Soulful Connections. That is a book about soulmates, love, connections that span centuries. I've been working on that book forever, and I do mean forever. And I was exhausted. I remember this night, I was exhausted. And I don't mean I stayed up too late watching Netflix tired. I mean the bone deep, can't think straight, need a nap on the bathroom floor type of tired. One afternoon, I had planned to edit a chapter. But instead, I found myself sitting at my desk, staring at the screen for about 20 minutes. But I cried. I did. Not because anything was wrong, but because I was just so tired and I didn't know how I was going to keep going. I was doing all the right things, or so I thought. Drinking coffee by the gallon to stay awake, exercising like I was still in my 30s, skipping meals because I was way too busy. And all that, what was it doing? It was making me feel worse, not better. I wasn't. I wasn't really gung ho on getting myself back on track, but I decided right then and there I got to stop pushing myself and actually listen to what my body needs, right? Because my needs have shifted. What I did is I started earlier in the day. Okay. I cut way back on sugar, way back on caffeine. Let me tell you, those two things were pure hell, and I didn't do it all at once. It was one and then the other. Making my sleep number one priority and this was huge for me, letting go of guilt when I had to rest. So if you're in that place right now where you feel like you're dragging yourself through life, I see you. I've been there. And I promise there's a way to get your energy back without losing your mind or your spark. So let's talk why you feel like you've been hit by a truck every single day. This isn't just getting older, and it's not all in your head. There are real biological reasons your energy has left the building, and it's not your fault. During this menopausal journey, your hormones are doing a serious dance. Not the kind we used to have, those dances at nightclubs. This feels more like a mosh pit that you didn't sign up for. Estrogen, progesterone, and testosterone all fluctuate, and that directly impacts how you feel, especially your energy. So let's start with estrogen. Estrogen affects everything from your mood to your energy levels to how well your cells produce energy. When estrogen drops, as it does in perimenopause and menopause, you can feel completely zapped. It also impacts how well you sleep, how your brain functions, and even your blood sugar balance. So, lower estrogen can equal lower energy, plain and simple. Then there's progesterone, which is often called the kickback and chill hormone. It helps you relax and it promotes deep restorative sleep. When progesterone drops, you might have trouble falling asleep or staying asleep, which adds to that bone deep exhaustion the next day. And now testosterone. Yes, ladies, women have testosterone too, and we need it. Testosterone is your drive hormone. It fuels physical energy, motivation, stamina, muscle strength, and yes, your libido. When your testosterone levels drop, it's like somebody turned off the ignition. You may feel physically weak, sluggish, and like you've lost your get up and go. Things like climbing stairs, carrying groceries, or even getting through your workouts suddenly feel like a chore. Testosterone is key for physical vitality, and when it's low, it can leave you feeling like you're running on fumes. I remember when I was still driving the school bus, and where we had to park to where my bus was not that far. Okay, it wasn't a far walk, but I remember having to tell myself mentally, keep walking, keep walking, keep walking, keep walking. And I told myself all the way through the parking lot till I got to my bus. I was so tired. Um, God, I hated that. I hated being that tired. But hormones aren't the only players here. Many women in midlife experience something we call adrenal fatigue. Now, traditional doctors may not use that term, but in integrative wellness, we talk a lot about the impact of long term stress on your adrenal glands. These little glands that sit on top of your kidneys and pump out the cortisol, stress hormone. If you've been in go, go, go mode for decades, working, caregiving, people pleasing, your adrenals might be screaming for a break. When cortisol is chronically high and then bottoms out, you're left feeling flatlined. Then there's your friend, the thyroid. Menopause can trigger thyroid slowdowns, causing fatigue, brain fog, and weight gain. It's one of the most common things I see in women who tell me, Allie, I'm doing everything right, and yet I'm still exhausted. So it's worth getting those thyroid labs checked. And if you don't have a doctor who can do that, I can prescribe labs for you, just an FYI. Finally, let's not forget the impact of nutrition. Many of us are running on empty because we're low in key nutrients like iron, B12, magnesium, and vitamin D. And if you're skipping meals, living on caffeine, or surviving off of convenience foods, and there's no judgment, we've all been there, you're not giving your body the building blocks it needs to create energy. So, what can you do? How do you fix this? Let's talk about some ways that help you feel like yourself again. First up, you got to fix your sleep. I know. Trust me, I know it's easier said than done. But sleep is where we start because it's the foundation for everything else. Start by turning your bedroom into a sleep sanctuary. Make it cool, around 65 or 60 degrees is ideal. Keep it dark. Blackout curtains are your best friend. And if night sweats are your nemesis, consider moisture wicking sheets and pajamas. And if hot flashes are your nemesis, make sure you have a nice fan sitting on your nightstand next to your bed and you have it pointed to your face. Trust me on this one, that fan helps incredibly. I also recommend magnesium glycerate. That's the magnesium with a G, about an hour before bed. I do take this and it does help calm your nerves. It reduces anxiety, and it can even improve sleep quality. It does. The only thing that wakes me up now when I go to sleep is if one of my 12 cats is doing the cha 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 on my head, which does happen more often than I'd like to admit. Um, and we gotta touch on this for the love of everything that is sleep. Ditch those screens at least an hour before bedtime. No, no social media, no doom scrolling, no watching your favorite little show on the screen before you fall asleep. Put it away because it interferes. Instead, swap scrolling for a book, some gentle stretching, or maybe a guided meditation. And you can find a boatload of guided meditations for free on YouTube. Now, your blood sugar. If you're waking up exhausted and dragging around all day, blood sugar swings could be the culprit. Start your morning with a high protein breakfast within 60 minutes of waking up. Skip the bagels and the cereal. Those spike your blood sugar and leave you crashing later. Think eggs, Greek yogurt, a protein smoothie, even oatmeal. Keep your carbs complex. Whole grains, sweet potatoes, and lots of fiber. Now, aprogens can help, but I'm kind of picky about what I recommend. Maca is fantastic for balancing hormones and boosting energy. It also gives a kick to the libido. And the second one I can never say, Rhodiola. Rhodiola? Yeah, Rhodiola. I'll just spell it for you. That can help you adapt to stress. And you got to stay hydrated. Dehydration is sneaky and can tank your energy fast. Remember, when you're thirsty, you're already too late. So always have water next to you. You want to aim for half your body weight in ounces of water daily. And get some natural sunlight in the morning. It helps to reset your circadian rhythm and signals your body that it's time to be awake and alert. Now, I know you're tired, but you got to get your body moving. And I'm not talking about punishing workouts. Gentle strength training, yoga, they both can do wonders with your energy without wiping you out. Even a 15-minute walk can get your blood pumping and your energy flowing. Finally, some supplements. B12 is key, especially if you are on a plant-based diet or maybe have some absorption, yeah, issues. Iron is essential if you're deficient. Don't don't supplement with supplements until you have some sort of testing done to make sure you're actually deficit in those. Okay. Vitamin D3 and K2 also help with mood and energy, and omega 3 support brain health and reduce inflammation. But again, as always, talk to somebody professional, could be somebody like me or your general practitioner, for adding anything new to your routine. And here's the thing, you're not lazy, you're not weak. Your body is going through an incredible transition and it's working overtime to keep up. It's okay to slow down a bit. It's okay to say no to things that drain you. Rest isn't a reward for productivity, it's necessary for healing. Give yourself grace. You're not broken, you're recalibrating. And on the other side of this transition is a stronger, wiser, and more powerful version of you. So, a quick recap: fix your sleep, balance your blood sugar, support your adrenals and hormones, move your body gently, and shift your mindset from guilt to grace. If you want help tailoring these strategies to your life, schedule a 20-minute integrative wellness consult with me at Menopause Wellness. We'll look at what's going on with your body, schedule testing if we need to, and come up with a real plan to get your energy back. If this episode hit home, do yourself a favor, please, and get checked. You deserve deep, healing, glorious sleep. And if you look for personalized support on navigating menopause and the wild stuff that comes with it, I've got you. I want to thank you for hanging out with me here on MenoSpark today. I hope you enjoyed the episode. If you found this helpful, share it with a friend, leave a review, and make sure you're subscribed. Go ahead and follow me on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and Substack. I have a Substack called, yep, I forgot what it's called. Menopausal Minute. There we go. Thank you, brain fog. For even more tips, tricks, and inspiration. And if no one's told you this today, let me be the first to say it. You are fabulous. Remember, you're not alone in this journey. Until next time, keep that spark alive. You deserve it.